Welcome to more Hypnosis Questions with David Barron. I'm a 20-year veteran of hypnosis, and I'm here to answer your questions about the process of hypnosis. So let's go ahead and get started. Norman Edward Chapman Frank writes, "Can you put another under to be subservient?" That is a question that has been asked by 14-year-old boys ever since hypnosis was advertised in the back of Spider-Man comics. And the answer is yes. I think it's important to probably pause here for a moment. I'd like to qualify this very much. First of all, let's understand what the hypnosis process is. The hypnosis process is essentially, it's a hypnotist giving instructions to a hypnosis subject so they will follow them and get an end result. That implies a certain degree of authority from the hypnotist. It is not so much the hypnosis process that will create subservience or obedience. It is authority. Let's keep in mind, first of all, that Charles Manson, may he burn in hell, he was able to convince several young people to commit heinous murders and do it willingly and joyfully. That's how subservient they were to him. He had no hypnosis skills at all. The Mac Daddy of megalomaniacal madmen and also the Kanye of cult leaders, Jim Jones, the Reverend Jim Jones, let's remember, he convinced 900 people to take poison in less than a 2-hour period. And they were so subservient to him that the legacy he left is the phrase, "drink the Kool-Aid." And he had no hypnosis skills at all. It is not so much the hypnosis that is going to make the difference. It's the authority that a person has. In fact, I would wager that you present someone as an authority in hypnosis who has absolutely no skills with it at all, and you convince someone that this person is a hypnosis authority, it's very likely that that authority alone will get results. And now that said, doing hypnosis well, getting it done right, being the most effective is definitely a skill. And it is something you should look for someone who is very skilled at doing it. Largely, not just because they're skilled, but because they're people that you can trust. So always look for somebody who has experience, who has as impeccable a reputation as you can find. Now, if you want to learn more about Charles Manson, if you want to learn more about what he did, absent hypnosis, to get that crazy cult leadership, this is a book I wrote, and it written under the name of Dantalian Jones, and it has some pretty good information in there. I also, if you are interested in learning about authority and how to project and maintain authority, I highly recommend this book, The Ellipsis Manual by Chase Hughes. There is a very small chapter in there about authority, but in my mind it is the most significant chapter that you can read in that book. The next question is by Mark Zampano. Can you change someone's belief system using hypnosis? If not, can you at least make a dent in it? And the answer to that question is yes. I think the most significant and understandable example of changing someone's belief is when you change what they believe about themselves. And this is the most dramatic and the most positive things that you can do. The best example, for example, is a non-smoker. Someone who comes in craving a cigarette. In the course of 40 minutes, they end up knowing and believing and seeing themselves as a non-smoker. So they started believing that smoking was an addiction, that they couldn't quit, and they ended up believing that they're a non-smoker. And this happens quite regularly. Now, you can change all sorts of beliefs. Keep in mind, hypnosis is particularly good at changing internal things that happen within the mind, how we represent things. Jeff Stevens, my mentor, often told the story about how he would, well, he had some friends who just liked him messing with their minds, and one woman came up and asked him to do something, to play with her mind, to make her think something. And so he made her believe that she was an alien from another planet trying to get home. He also forgot to put a limitation on that belief so that, at the end of the day or when she left the house, that belief would end. The end result was a couple of weeks went by, and the people who knew this woman ended up contacting Jeff and asking him, "Did you make her believe she was an alien? Because she's telling everybody this." Well, it's one of those, "Oh, I forgot" moments, and he when he saw her, he removed that belief. But and of course it was all done in fun with complete consent. But yes, absolutely, beliefs can be changed, not just dented, but completely altered using hypnosis. Thank you so much for sending me your questions and giving me the opportunity to answer. I've been doing hypnosis for nearly 2 decades now, so it's really a pleasure to be able to share what I know and to see people really taking it on and being really skilled at it. I'm going to provide in the space below links to the 2 books that I recommended. And I would also just want to encourage you, if you are interested in learning hypnosis, contact me. I am making some trainings available, and I would love to see you there. So once again, thank you very much.